We all have that little voice in the back of our minds, don't we? The one that whispers, what if when it comes to a medical emergency? What if the bill is just huge? What if my insurance has gaps I don't know about? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. We're breaking down the Galaxy Marvel Health Plan, piece by piece, to show you how it's built to silence that what if and give you some real peace of mind.
So, where are we headed? Here's the game plan. First up, we're diving into what's covered during a hospital stay. Then, we'll see how the plan has your back before you even get there and long after you leave. After that, we'll explore the incredible flexibility and treatment options. And you'll want to stick around for the fourth point, the unlimited safety net. It's a game changer. Finally, we'll wrap up with a few key details to pull it all together.
All right, let's start with the absolute core of any health plan. What happens when you're actually in the hospital? This is when you need everything to be as smooth and stress-free as possible. And that really starts with the room you're recovering in. Now, this might not sound like a huge thing at first, but trust me, it is. So many plans have these sneaky sublimits on room rent, which can leave you with a surprise bill. With the Galaxy Marvel plan, that stress just goes right out the window. You choose any room that's available, period. That way, you can put all your energy into what actually matters, getting better. And let's be real, modern medicine is incredible. A lot of procedures that used to mean a long hospital stay can now be done in just a few hours. This plan totally gets that. It covers all daycare procedures, so whether it's a minor surgery or a specialized therapy session, you don't have to worry.
But a truly great plan knows that your health journey doesn't just happen inside a hospital. Real support means having a safety net that stretches out to cover you before you're admitted and long after you've gone home.
Just look at this timeline. We're talking about covering your related expenses, things like doctor's visits, lab tests, for a full 90 days before your hospitalization, and then, and this is huge, it continues for 180 days after you're discharged. That's half a year of support for your follow-ups, medications, and everything else you need to fully recover.
And sometimes the best place to recover is right in your own bed, right? If your doctor says you can be treated at home instead of the hospital, this plan supports that. It covers home care treatment for up to 10% of your total coverage, with a cap of 5 lakh rupees. It's all about giving you options.
You know, everyone's path to wellness is different. What works for one person might not be the right fit for another. A truly thoughtful insurance plan should honor that, giving you the freedom to choose the kind of care you believe in.
And this is where that flexibility really shines. Now, before we dive in, let's quickly define a super important term, sum insured. The easiest way to think about it is like your annual healthcare wallet. It's the total amount the plan will cover in a single year. So with that in mind, look at this. Whether you opt for the latest modern treatments like robotic surgery or you prefer traditional AYUSH therapies like Ayurveda, you're covered up to your full sum insured. The choice is completely yours.
Right, so as we just said, that sum insured is your total annual coverage, your healthcare wallet for the year. Keep that concept in your head because it's absolutely key to understanding how this plan deals with the very latest medical breakthroughs.
I mean, you want a plan that's not just for today, but for tomorrow, right? That's why this policy is future-ready. It actually includes coverage for groundbreaking treatments using nanotechnology, funding them up to a quarter of your sum insured. It's a clear sign this plan is built to keep up with science.
Okay, deep breath. We've arrived at what is, hands down, the most powerful and frankly, mind-blowing feature of the Galaxy Marvel plan. This is the ultimate backstop, the feature designed to protect you no matter how tough things get.
This is the big one, isn't it? It's the question that keeps people up at night. What happens if something really serious, a major illness, a bad accident, completely wipes out my entire health coverage for the whole year? Am I just on my own then? The answer is so simple, yet so powerful. It just refills. The second your sum insured hits zero, the automatic restoration feature kicks in and boom, your coverage is instantly back to 100%.
And here's where your jaw might drop a little. This isn't a one-and-done deal. This restoration can happen an unlimited number of times in a policy year. So if a major health issue comes up in March and you use all your coverage, and then something completely different happens in September, it refills again. It creates a truly bottomless safety net, so you are never left unprotected.
Okay, we've seen all the amazing coverage. Now let's quickly go over a few of the nuts and bolts, the important details you'll want to have straight. So when you get a new policy, you're not locked in right away. You get what's called a 30-day free look period. It's basically your window to read through every single detail and make absolutely sure it's the right choice for you. And as always, it's super important to read the full policy documents because that's the ultimate guide to what's what.
And when you boil it all down, it really comes back to this idea here. A plan like this isn't just about paying hospital bills. It's about lifting that enormous weight of financial worry off your shoulders, so you and your family can have the freedom to focus entirely on getting well.
So, let's end by flipping the script. Stop thinking of health insurance as just another expense. Start seeing it as an investment in your potential. When you remove that massive what-if of medical costs, you're free to chase your ambitions, to be there for your family, to build your life. With that kind of peace of mind, what will you create?